This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last session, we have discussed about how to design our own Visual Force page, which is an edit page in order to place some set of fields to be used to give some input values to my application at a time. So there we have used the various tags, like as input field tag, and then page tag, form tag, section header, page block sections, buttons, command buttons. So many tags we have used in order to design that edit page. Now, by using the edit page, when I try to create a record by using the save button, it will be invoking the save method, which is the standard save method which I have used inside my application, which will be saving the record inside the object, and the user will be redirecting to the detail page. But the detail page is a standard page which has been given by Salesforce. But sometimes I don't want that standard detail page, I want my own. Okay, I want my own customized detail page. So how to design our own detail page? Now let's see practically. Okay, how to design our own detail page? Now let's see practically. Now, for example, when you go to the detail page of any of the record, whatever you want, we can take it. For example, I'm using this account record, Edge Communications. So now when coming to my account record, this is the detail page where on the detail page, I'm having the various parts are available. Okay, I'm having this part. So this is the section header part basically. Okay, this is called as title part. Okay, as part of detail page, this is called as title part, which will be visible the title information. Okay, title information of your record. That means here this is the edge communication record which you are observing right now. Okay, this is the edge communication record which you are viewing right now. Is indicating that. Along with that, the respective object image also will be getting visible. Okay, next. We are having the charter feed option. Here is the charter feed. We have the charter feed is available over here, where the people can able to have some information. We can communicate with other people regarding this record information. Regarding this record, if you want to contact the other people, then you can post that information by using that charter feed. Where we are having the charter feed text box is available, we can able to post this information. Okay, we can post this information which can be visible to the other team members inside your organization. So now we can able to place this charter feed also. Okay, we can able to place this charter feed. Whatever information we are typing inside this, for example, I'm posting some information. Whatever information I'm posting right now, this information is called as a feed item. Okay, this is called as feed item. Okay, so whatever information I'm posting inside the charter feed, that information is called as a feed item. Basically, feed item is a standard object in Salesforce. Okay, whatever the charter feeds that we are posting inside this application, all this charter feeds information will be storing inside the feed item object. The feed item is a standard object in Salesforce which will be holding all the charter feeds information. For example, if you want to see that object information, so you can go to that object structure, go to that object, you will be having the objects are available. We have an object called as feed item object. Okay, feed item. So now whenever you are posting some information, that information will be storing inside that feed item object. So now whenever you are posting some information, for this information, somebody can able to give a comment also. Okay, somebody is giving some comment also over here. Okay, somebody is giving some comment also. Now this comment information will be storing inside a separate object that is called as feed comment object. Okay, there is an object called as feed comment object which will be holding all the feed comments information. And somebody is going to be giving the like for your charter feed also. Whatever the information that you have posted, for this information, somebody is giving some like also. That means somebody will like your the post information also. At that time, further information will be storing inside that feed-like object. Okay, feed-like object. So like this here, Salesforce is maintaining the various objects inside this organization in order to store your chapter feed information, like as a feed icon object, feed line, feed comment, feed attachments. Like there's so many objects are available internally maintaining by the Salesforce as part of the chapter feed information. Okay, now. So now inside my detail page, okay, inside my detail page, I'm having the title information. This is called as title part, and then this is called as the chapter feed. Okay, this is called as chapter feed, which will represent the chapter feed information along with that followers information also. If anybody is going to be following you, then we can able to see that followers information also. That possibility is available. Like when you go to that most of the social media websites, like when you go to YouTube or Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, you will be having that kind of follow. Okay, the people keep on following the various celebrities. Okay, so like as any heroines, heroes, some celebrity, the people keep on following that because they want to know what those people are doing. So in this case, the people are following those people also. Like the similar way, inside the organization, if you want to, somebody is following you, okay, following your content, at that time we can able to see this information also. So in this case, if you want to represent this information, if you want to prepare up to this channel feed along with the follows information, we have to use a separated tag. Okay, we have to use a separated tag that is called as appends feed with the followers. Okay, there is a tag called as feed with the followers tag. By using this feed with the followers tag, we can able to place the chapter feed information along with that followers information also. We can able to see at one place by using that feed with the followers tag. Okay, that possibility is available. We'll see how to use this tags also. Next, after this the chapter feed, we will be having the actual record detailed information is available. Okay, this actual record detailed information is available. Along with this record detailed information, I'm having the contacts related list. We are having opportunities related list, cases related list is available. If you are having any other child, like as you are having that notes and attachments, that also visible. If you are having any activities, open activities, activity history, those related lists also will be getting visible to you inside this. Okay, those related lists also will be getting visible inside this. Okay, now. So now here in this case, whenever I'm going to be designing the detail page, okay, whenever I'm designing the detail page, now the detail page will be having the various parts. You will be having a title part, okay, up to this is the title part. Up to this is the title part. Okay, from this part to up to this part. Up to this part. This is called as the title part. And after that, we are having the chapter part. Nothing but this called as chapter feed information. Okay, from this part to up to this part. This part to this part. This is called as chapter feed information. We can able to display or not, we can reset the chapter. And from here, the actual record detail information is getting visible. This is the record detail information. Okay, so this is the record detail information. And then inside this record detail information, we are having the related list also available. We are having this related list. Up to this is one related list. Okay, contact related list is separate. Now this is another related list. And we are having cases related list. Like the multiple related list also, we can able to have on the detail page of your record. So these are the various parts are available as part of your detail page. Then how to design this detail page? Now let's see practically. Okay, how to design this detail page? Whenever if you want to design the detail page for your application, for your object, to be used to represent the records information in your own format. In order to represent the record detail information in your own format, which is used to customizable dynamically at time, then you can able to design the detail page also by your own. In order to design the detail page of your object, we have to use a tag called as appends detail tag. Okay, appends detail tag. By using this detail tag, we can able to design your own detail page by specifying the options, whatever you want to make it visible on the user interface. On the detail page, what kind of option you want to make it visible, you can display that. Okay, we can display. Like whether you want to display the title part or not, we can decide. And the charter field or not, we can decide. Related list or not, we can decide. When you go to the detail page of this record, here when you go to the each and every section, so many fields are available. Upon editing this record, we can click on this edit button or we can use the one more feature also. What is this other feature? To edit the record information. Instead of editing this particular page by using the edit button, what is the other feature? Inline editing feature. Inline editing feature is available to modify the field, okay, just by changing the field into the editable form. Now we can decide whether this inline editing feature can be applicable or not for this detail page. We can design through programmatically, depends upon your requirements. That possibility is there. For few people, we can make this a page as a read only. For few people, we can make it as editable. Also depends upon your requirement through program. So for that one, all the facilities are available as part of your detailed tag. Okay. Now, so in this case, how can we design this detailed tag? Now let's see practically in this case. Okay. How to design this detailed tag and the detail page, and how can we represent the record information, the detail page? Now let's see practically. Okay, now let's see the detailed tag and their properties. Okay, now let's see practically in this case. Okay, now make a note of this one. Detail page. By using Visual Force programming, we can design our own detail page, with the required features, to be used to represent the record information. To be used to represent the record information. Because the detail page can show only one record information, not multiple. But it can show only one record information, not multiple. If it is an enhanced list view, it will display all the records available inside the object in the table or column. But here we can able to see the record detailed information along with the associated related records also. So that we can design the detailed page. So the last session we have discussed how to prepare our own edit page and how to design the detailed page. So now by using this Visual Force programming, you can design your own detailed page with the required components. What features you want to make it visible, what features you don't want on the detailed page, that we can decide through programming dynamically at time. That possibility is there with the help of this Visual Force program. So now for this one, to design this detailed page, we are using a separate tag called detailed tag. Okay, detailed tag. By using this detailed tag, we can able to design the detailed page of your record. Okay, now make a note over here. To design the detail page, we have to use a tag called as Apex detail. Apex detail tag. Apex detail tag. By using this detail tag, we can able to design the detail page of a record. Okay. But in this case, whenever we are going to be using this detail tag should be always outside of the format. Okay, it's a fundamental principle. Detail tag we can't place inside the format and it won't accept. Detail tag should be always outside the form tag. We can't place the detail tag inside the form tag. It should be always outside of the form tag. Okay. Now, generally, form tag is used to posting some information. Okay, in order to post the information. But here I'm not posting anything. Just I'm getting the data and displaying this. I'm not posting any data to the server. Just I'm getting the data. I'm representing it. So that we don't need to use any form tag. So now, so that the detail tag should be always used outside the form tag. Okay. Now we can. Detail tag should be detail tag should be always placed outside the file tag. Because the user interface is not hosting the data to the server. Because the user interface is not posting the data to the server. It is not posting any data to the server, so that here detail tag should be always outside the file tag. Done? Now, let's see the properties. The first property. First property is title property. So what do you mean by title property? Yeah.
We need to discuss the title.
Title in the sense what? Name of the data. Okay. This part is called as title part. Okay. This part, up to this part is called as title part. You want me to display this title of the record on the detail page part. But when you go to the standard page, okay, it will be displaying the title automatically. We can't remove this one. There is no such possibilities, but upon designing the page by your own, there is a flexibility to you, there is a provision to you that you can decide whether we can display the title or not, based on your requirement. So that if you want to display the title of your page or not, you can decide with the help of a property called as title property. Title property is used to indicate whether the title information of the record should be get visible or not. Okay. Now make it up. By using this property, we can decide the record title should be get visible or not. We can decide the record title should be get visible or not. Whether the record detail information will be get visible or not, we can decide. Next one. Inline edit. The next property, inline editing property. So what is this inline edit property? What is the use? To indicate on this detail page, upon modifying the record, this inline editing feature will be available. Okay, we can decide. So now sometimes I want to, give the provision to the user. The user can able to modify this record from here itself. No need to click on the edit button. Just they can able to use the inline editing feature to modify this record. But in some cases, I don't want to give this chance. If the user wants to modify the record completely, okay, then we have to click on the edit button only. Okay, inline editing feature I don't want to provide. At that time, you want to allow the inline editing feature for this entire record or not. That we can decide with the help of a property called as inline edit property. Okay, inline edit property can making it as true, then it will be allowing the inline editing feature over here for this record. If the property value is false, it won't allow. Compulsorily, we have to use the edit button to modify the record values. Okay. Third property. Show charter. Okay. Show charter property. So what is this show charter property? What is the use? Charter feed should be get visible or not. Okay, in order to represent whether the charter feed should be get visible or not, we can able to use that charter feed option. Okay, charter feed functionality will be available to you over. Okay, charter feed functionality is available to you. Now, sometimes because there is a question, so what is the use of this charter feed?
Online support. For online support.
Online support in the sense, no, because customer can't access this.
Interact with the other users.
Okay, to interact with the other people inside the organization. Okay, only the organization members can communicate with each other. Yes, we can able to share the ideas also. But generally, if you are a normal end user or a customer, if you want to raise your own idea, for that one Salesforce is maintaining one more application, Idea Exchange. Like as App Exchange, we are having Idea Exchange is available. In that application, we can raise your idea. Whenever you are raising an idea, if the idea is good, okay, the same feature is required for the other people also, they will give the voting. Based on the voting, Salesforce will consider that idea and they will be considering this as a new feature, the feature that will be releasing into the next releases also. This is how Salesforce is collecting the feedbacks and the ideas, suggestions which is giving with the various end users. So that they are using that idea exchange application. Okay, but here, as part of this starter field, just we can able to contact with other people inside my organization. Okay, as a sales team member, we can able to contact with other members inside my organization. We can contact with my sales manager also. Like for example, come to a general scenario, assume that. Let me show you. For example, assume that today we captured a lead record. For example, James Carr. Okay, James Carr. So this is the lead record here. He is the lead person. He is very much interested to buy our. I'm a sales representative. Okay, I'm a sales representative. So now today my manager has assigned this lead record to me. So this lead person is very much interested in our products. He is ready to provide purchase the products in bulk. So please contact this person on a high priority in the today morning hours itself. And please give the required information. If needed, offer 5% discount also. I'm giving this permission to you. Offer the 5% discount. At any cost, I need to convert this lead as a customer. Okay. So in this case, my lead has assigned this particular lead record. That means my sales manager has assigned this lead record to me to contact this lead person on immediate basis. He is very much interested. He is very much interested to purchase our products, and that too he is ready to buy the product in terms of bulk. So I don't want to miss this opportunity because as a sales representative, I'm also having some targets every month. If I'm crossing the target, then I will be getting some incentives also. So as the morning hours, okay, today morning, at 9 o'clock in the morning hours itself, I made a call to this particular person. I made a call to this person, okay, in order to give the required information to convert this lead person as a customer. So I made a call to the person based on this contact. Okay, based on this contact number, I made a call. And then he has picked up my call. We had a conversation. I have given the whole information. These are the products. This is the product which you are interested. So now we agree to offer that product here. So I have given the whole information of the product also. The person is interested to buy the product, but he is told that, so I am ready to buy the product, but if you are offering 10% discount. Okay, if you are offering 10% discount, then I am ready to buy the product. Person is okay to buy the product. The person is ready to buy the product, but he needs 10% discount. Now, as a sales representative, I told him that boss, I'm ready to offer 5% discount. Okay, right now. But he is strictly expecting 10% discount. Then what we do? I can't offer 10% discount. That is not in my hand because I'm not the person to take the decision. Up to 5%, that is in my hand. I can offer 5% discount. If more than that, I need the approval from my manager. Without the approval of my sales manager, I can't offer the discount. I can't. Then what we can?
We will discuss with our manager.
Okay, we will discuss with our manager. How? My manager is staying in some US and from India. Now, in this case, generally, previously what we used to do, we have to send one email notification. We are preparing an email notification. Dear manager, as your request, yesterday I contacted the person is ready to buy the product, he is expecting 10% discount. But I have offered 5% discount, but strictly he is expecting 10% discount. Please suggest me what we can do, how can we go ahead. So now I have sent an email notification. After 2 hours, the person has given the reply back to me. So now please offer 8% discount. He is negotiating that. Okay. So now here in this case. So now after 2 hours, I got that reply that he is offered the 8% of discount. Now I have conveyed the same information to the lead person. Again, I made a call to the lead person, was ready to offer 8% discount. That too very hardly I have fighted with my manager to get this 8% discount. Okay, so now inform to the lead person. The person said that, boss, if you are ready to offer 10%, then please contact me. I will don't disturb. Then what we can do? I have offered 8%, but the person is expecting 10% sticky. Then what we can do? Again, I'm sending one more email notification to my manager. But he's expecting 10% discount, then please suggest me what to do. After 2 more hours, he's sending the email notification back. Approved 10% discount, please offer. Okay, that means what? In order to contact the manager, we have maintained a lengthy mail chain. There is a lengthy mail chain we have maintained in order to get that approval of the 10%. That too, suppose after 6 months, if somebody asks you the question, when did you offer 10% discount to that person and so, then what I can do? I need to store this mail as a proof. Suppose in between that if the system has been formatted because of the virus, then who is responsible? How can we show the proof? Okay, it's a problem. This is a general problem that people are facing in the real-time applications in the sales service somewhere. That's what here Salesforce has introduced an excellent facility that is called as Chatter. Okay, that is called as Chatter. In this Chatter itself, we can able to have the communication over there regarding the recall. Suppose here, whenever you are a sales representative, if you are going to be contacting this lead person, if the person is expecting 10% discount, you can post the information to your manager. Because on this record, you are having the access, your managers are also having the access of the record. So, I'm posting this information. So, now, dear manager, as requested, I spoke to the lead regarding the products, but he is expecting 10% discount. 10% discount. Please suggest me on this. Thanks and regards, Samrat Kumar. Okay, I'm indicating this information over. So now I'm posting this information. As soon as once you click on this share information, now this information has been posted inside the chat. Immediately this information will be visible to the manager. My manager will be getting one pop-up notification. Somebody has posted that information. As soon as whenever I'm posting the information, when my manager has received this content, we will be giving the comment over. Okay. So now offer 8% discount. Okay, 8% discount. 8%. He has given that comment to me, that means I got the reply immediately on the record itself. So now again I made the same information to that lead person, he is not at all interested. So now again here I am giving the commenting information. Now I am indicating no luck. I am indicating, I am giving the reply to the manager, no luck, this person is not at all interested. So buy the product with 8% discount, he is strictly expecting 10%. Now here, my manager is giving that information back to me, which has approved 10% discount. Approved 10% discount. He has given that reply. So based on this confirmation, based on this approval, I am offering the 10% discount to the person. Suppose in future, if somebody question me, so why do we offer 10% discount? Straightforward, I can say, go to the record, see over there, everything is available there. During that time, so and so person is my manager, he has approved the 10% discount. That's what I have offered 10% discount to the person. Everything is there inside the Chatter. Nobody can erase this information. So that that everything will be available inside the record itself. So we no need to contact, we no need to maintain a lengthy mail chain. Everything will be available inside the Chatter feed itself, so that we can able to track the history of the record also. How many times we have followed with the people? What kind of email notification, what kind of conversations we had in order to get the approval of the 10% discount, everything you can see in the record itself. That for that reason, here Salesforce has introduced the Chatter facility, which will be available for each and every record automatically. Okay, so that one, when coming to the Chatter feed is a very important feature when coming to the real-time implementation. When coming to the sales or service or most of the automation, Chatter feed is the most importantly used feature. Okay, so that in most of the cases we are getting some requirements on Chatter feed also. Sometimes we need to synchronize the Chatter feeds also. At that time, we need to write the triggers on feed item objects. Okay, and the feed item object, we need to write some triggers in order to synchronize the chat of between the multiple people as well. Okay, so now depends upon your requirement, we have to work on these particular features. In order to access the Chatter feature through some third-party applications, we are using the Chatter API also. Not only the Apex API, not only the Bulk API, REST API, SWAP API, we are having Chatter APIs also available through which we can able to integrate this Chatter information with the third-party systems as well. The facility is available too. Okay. Now, so in this case, if you want to display this Chatter information on your record or not, we are going to be deciding with the help of a property called as show Chatter property. Okay. Next, the fourth related list property. The fourth property is related list property. Related list property is used to indicate on this detail page you want to display the related list record. Okay. You want to display the related list on this particular detail page. If you are indicating related list equals to true, then on this particular record detail page, whatever the related list are available are getting visible. Suppose if you are making the property value equals to false, then only the record detail information will be visible, related list will not be visible. Okay, so that related list you want me to display on the detail page or not. You can decide with the help of a property called as related list. These are the properties are available as part of your detail page tab. Okay,
To display all of them.
all the related list. If you are indicating true, all the related list will be getting visible. If you are indicating false, all will be getting visible. Okay. Sometimes you can raise the question, sir, I don't want to display all, I want to display only few. At that time, we have to use a separated tab that is called as related list tab. We'll see that concept also today. How can we use that related list tab? Okay. Clear up to now? So now let's see how can we design this detail page for a particular object record. Now let's see practically. Okay. Take a small use case. Understood the concept here? Properties, everything. Design a Visual Force page to represent the detail page of the account record. To represent the detail page of the account record. In order to represent the detail page of your account record, I would like to use this Visual Force page. Then how to design the detail tab? Now let's see practically. Okay. Done with this use case. Let's see the practical part. How can we design this detail page? Now let's see. Now, I'm designing the detail page. I'm designing the page here. Apex account detail page. Okay. I'm preparing the page with the name account detail page. So now with this name, we don't have any page right now because I am going to be creating a new detail page for my account object. As of now, we are using the standard detail page of the account, but I want to use my own customized one. How can we use our own customized one? Now let's see practical. So click on this link. Now your page will be getting prepared for you. Now write the code to design the detail page of your account. Okay. Now remove that existing default code which has been given the sales. Now, initially I'm giving the default properties. Setup equals to false. Sidebar equals to false. I don't want the sidebar. I want to indicate the header part. I want to indicate the task file equals to the candidate object task file. Okay. Candidate object task. Now, for which page you would like to design the detail page? For which object you are designing the detail page? For account and the lead or what? Account. So now in this case, I am going to be using the account class. Account is what? Standard or custom? Standard. How to refer the standard class inside the page? Standard controller. Standard controller equals to, because I am going to be designing the detail page for the account itself. Okay. So that I am using this account class inside the Visualforce page. Account is a standard class which has been given by Salesforce by default. So whenever you are referencing the standard classes inside the page, we have to reference that standard class in the page by using a property called as standard controller property. Now, so now here I am going to specify the detail page tab. Okay, Apex detail. Okay, Apex detail. So what are the properties available? We are having the title property. Title, I want to make it visible so that I'm indicating the title property. Inline edit property. I want to allow the inline editing property. Next, I want to display the charter also. Okay. Show charter equals to true. Next, related list. Related list equals to, I'm indicating that I want to display the detail page of my record. Okay. Now, I have saved this one. That's it. What is over? Nothing else. Okay. Now. So now in this case, this is the code in order to design that detail page of your record. Now, I want to represent the detail page of my record. How can we represent now? For example, assume that I am having this account record. LG Communications. How can we see this record information? By placing the record ID inside the URL. Okay, inside the URL. So now this is the ID of the record. Okay, whose detailed information we are able to see inside this page. Like a similar way, whenever if you want to see the detailed information of the record inside the URL, we have to pass the record ID. Okay, we have to pass record ID. Because in my account object, so many records are available. Which record detailed information you want to see? Specify the record ID. I'm copying this record ID. Now go to the URL. Go to the URL. At the end, specify the question. Okay, question. So now ID equals to nothing but I'm passing the ID. That means here question mark is nothing but what which is called as query string. That is called as query string. Query string means what? Whenever I'm going to be redirecting the user to the detail page, along with that redirecting, I am passing some value also. What value I'm passing? ID value. What is that value? This is the ID of the detail. That means what? Please display this particular account records the detailed information inside this page. So this is the page in which I have designed what the information has to be get visible. What components of the detail page will be getting visible? I have decided everything inside my account detail page. In this page, please display the detailed information of this record, which is having this ID. Now, after specifying that ID, press enter. Now we can able to see the detailed information of the record here. What about the record ID we have supplied? The record detailed information we can able to see. Generally, LG Communication account record will be getting visible like this. So this is the record actually getting visible here. This is the standard page given by the Salesforce. This is the standard detail page given by the Salesforce. But now I did some makeup for my user interface. For I did some changes inside my user interface of the detail page of my account record, where I have applied some different object tab style. I'm able to show this title information also. I'm able to change this particular image also. I'm able to show this the charter feed also. I'm displaying the record detail information along with the related list also. Okay, so that whenever if you want to test the detail page inside the URL, we have to pass the record ID in the form of the query string. Query string can be denoted with the help of a question mark. Question mark means what here? Account detail page. Nothing but display the detail page of the record. Which page record? Nothing but which record detail page you are going to display. We have to specify the record. What record is the ID of the record, which is having some information. Collect the record information, display the information inside the page. Okay. Now, so in this case, whenever I'm using this detail page of my record, whenever I'm using this detail page of this card, I don't want to show the title. Okay, I don't want to show the title. How can we remove this title part? Then we can specify what is the property. Title equals to false. Okay, I'm making this title equals to false. Whenever I'm making this title equals to false, title has been gone and then charter feed also has been gone. Okay, title also has been gone, charter feed also has been gone, but I don't want the title, I want charter feed. Whenever I'm making this title equals to false, along with the title, charter also has been removed. But my client requirement is, you don't want the title, but you want the charter. Then in this case, if you want to display only the charter information, we have to use the tag called as feed with followers tag. Okay, we have to use feed with the followers tag. Okay, I would like to use feed with the followers tag. So now here I'm going to be using the affects form tag. Here I'm indicating the charter. Charter feed with the followers tag. Okay, charter feed with the followers tag. Here I'm indicating that entity ID, nothing but which records the charter information you want me to make it visible. I want to display the charter information of a particular record because record to record charter content is different is allowed. So previously for the lead record, for one of the lead record for James Storm, I had some charter conversation. When you go to the remaining records, we don't have the charter conversation is not available. That means record to record charter conversation is completely different. So at that time, inside this charter feed, which records the charter comment information you want me to make it visible. I want to display the current record. How can you identify the current record ID? Based on the record ID. That means inside my account, whatever the record ID I have supplied over here, for this record ID, whatever the charter conversation is available we had in the past, please display the charter conversation over here. Now, so in this case, now getting this, we are going to be indicating charter with feed with the follower over here. So whenever I'm going to be indicating charter feed with the followers, now it is indicating that error message to me. Only one charter related component can be specified per page. Then what is the problem? How can we solve it? Right. Now in this case here also we have enabled the charter, here also have enabled the charter. Okay, only one time we have to enable. Here I'm indicating like as. Okay. Now in this case, it has been removed the title part, but the charter component will be getting visible to you. Okay. Instead of displaying the title, we can display the charter also. Generally, whenever I'm making this title equals to false, along with the title, charter component also has been removed by Salesforce from the detail page. But sometimes my client is raising the requirement, I don't want the title, I want the charter only. So now at that time, we can able to add the charter component on the detail page by using feed with the followers. So we can able to see the record information, and along with that, we will be having the how many related lists are available. So we can see. But immediately it is getting visible. If you want to give any breaks, okay? If you want to give any line break, then you can give the line break also. I'm indicating that break tag. Okay? We can give the break tags also, so that we can give some space. After displaying the charter feed, after giving some 2 lines of space, we can display the detailed page information. Okay? Clear? Now, next one. Here you will be having this inline editing feature. So now are we able to modify this record value or not by using inline editing feature? Yes, you will be having the inline editing feature is available. But I don't want to allow this inline editing feature. What we can do? Inline edit equals to false. Now see. Now when you go to the record detailed information, now when you place the first pointer, okay, go display this, the pen icon. Pen icon will not be visible. Even though if you double click on that, nothing will happen because your inline editing feature will not be visible to you for this particular record detail. Okay, it's purely looking like a read-only format for it, so that the user can modify or the user can't modify the record by using the inline editing feature. So it depends upon the requirement. For example, assume that here we are having the related list is available. I don't want to show this related list. Then what we can do? Related list equals to false. Okay, related list equals to false. then automatically related list also has been getting removed by Salesforce. Simply we can able to see the detail page of the record without any related list information inside this. Okay, so each and every part of the page we can able to design dynamically at time. We can enable, disable, filter according to the business requirement. Okay, clear? Understood the concept, each and every property, how to use it? So now in this case, whenever we designing the detail page, we can able to use the detail tag. As part of this detail tag, we can able to specify the inline editing feature and the title part and the chapter part and then related list information also. Depends upon the requirement, we can able to make it visible. That means what features to be enabled, what features to be disabled on the detail page, we can decide dynamically at that time. So that means what here we are using the standard controller, account object and then account record detail page I'm designing. Okay, clear up to now? I am indicating title equals to true. Okay, I want to display the title part. And then I am indicating inline editing equals to true. Related list equals to true. Okay, clear up to this one? Understood the concept? How to design the detail page, how to test the page. Let me place this code. Testing the page. How to test the page? Now let's see. How to test this page? We have to pass the ID where in URL. Okay, in URL. That means upon redirecting the user to the detail page of the record, we need to pass the ID also. Okay, we need to pass the record ID, who the detailed information you want to display inside the detail page. Okay. Upon testing the detail page, we need to supply the record ID inside the URL in the form of query string. In the form of query string. In the form of query string. Syntax. We have to specify the protocol. You will be having the ap15.salesforce.com/apex. You will be having the page name. Make a question mark. Specify ID equals to. You can specify the record. For example, I'm pasting this. We have to pass any of the account records ID. Based on that ID, we can able to see the record detailed information inside the detail page which we have designed. This is the page name that I have given, account detail page. Upon designing the page, I have given like as account detail page. That is the page name. Page name, and then you can make a question mark. The question mark is called as query string. Query string means what? Which is used to add some values along with the page. Okay.
So, client want to see every page, detailed page.
Sorry.
Client want to see each and every page details.
Okay. Then in this case, here just we can able to make this particular page as overriding with the standard view button. Okay. See, for example, when you go to your record, if you want to see any of this account record detailed information, you are clicking on this link. Once you click on this link, it is going to be loading that page. Nothing but loading that record. Just to go to that link, nothing but this link is what? View link. This is a view card. So just to go to that button, override this button with your detail page automatically. That's it. Yesterday, you know how to override this detail page. Okay, for the view page. So like a similar way, we can able to override that button. Like for example, just we can go to that button control. Go to the customize, accounts, buttons, links and accents. You will be having the view. Okay, so view button. In order to see the detail page of your account, just click on this edit. Instead of using the standard, I would like to use my own customized page, that is account detail page over. From now onwards, whenever you click on any account record will be opening in this particular page. So you can see the record. Okay, clear? Understood this one? Still any question? Not yet clarified. Yes. What's your question? Whenever we are overriding that, ID will be taken automatically by default. Whatever the record name that you have clicked on, that record ID will collect automatically, it will be redirecting the user to the place. Done?
Start seeing a private. It's like I want to start with only my manager.
We can do that. So for that one, we can create a group to whom you want to share this information. We can able to create a public group also. In the public group, we can able to add members. Only those members can able to share that information. Other people can't see that information. Okay. Done with this code. Next one. Next one, related list tag. So what is this related list tag? What is the use? Okay, that means whenever if you want to display the records as a related list, then it should be having some association. That may be local, that may be master detail, that may be hierarchical, whatever, anything. You should have some association. That means those records should be related records. Okay. So in this case, when you go to that any of the record detail page, okay, when you go to that any of the record detail page, on the record detail page, we can able to see the respective related list. Related list means what? These are the list of related records for this particular account Edge Communications. For this Edge Communications account, we are having some related contacts, some related cases, related opportunities, related tasks, related events. Everything is available. All this information we can able to see in the form of related list. So now this each and every related list will be getting visible to you like as a separate page log. This is a separate page log. And this is a separate page log, and this is a separate page log. So now these are the related lists which have been given by Salesforce by default, because between these two objects we are having some associations. Because of association, along with the parent information, we can see the related sales information also. Now, as of now, what we did, we have designed this detail page. In this detail page, there is a provision to us that we can display the related list or not. Okay, that means only one. Either you want to display or you want to remove R. But sometimes I don't want to display R. I want to display only opportunities. I want to show the related list, but not R. I want only opportunities. Sometimes I want to display the related list, not R. I want to show only opportunities in the cases. Remaining I don't want, like as contacts, notes and attachments, and then activity history, and then like as open activities, all these things I don't want. I want just the opportunities and the cases. Then how can you display the required related list onto a detail page? Whenever if you want to display a specific related list onto the detail page of the record, we have to use a tab called as related list tab. Okay? Related list tab is used to display the related list, okay, onto the detail page. How many? Only one. Suppose if you want to display only the opportunities related list, then we can use related list tab. Suppose if you want to display opportunities and the cases, to display the opportunities related list, we have to use a separate related list tab for that opportunity. We have to use a separate related list for the cases. To display the case record, one separate related list tab. To display the opportunities, we have to use a separate related list tab. That means related list tag is used to display only one related list information, not multiple. Okay. So now this related list will be having so many child records may be available, no problem. But this complete thing is standard one related list. So to display one related list, we have to use one related list tag. Suppose here only we have this is one, this is the second one, third one, so that we need to use a three related list. Okay, so depends upon your requirement, what related list that you want to make it visible, but we can decide with the help of related list tag. Okay, we can display by using the related list tag. This related list tag should be always used inside the detail tab, only not in the edit tab. Okay, in the edit page, we can't display the detailed information. Detailed information, nothing but related information will be getting visible only at the detail page, not at the edit page. Okay, so in this case, how can we use this related list tag in order to display the information of that particular child records? Okay, now let's see practically. Okay, understood the concept here? Related list tag. Related list tag is used to display the list of child records information for a particular field. If the parent is having multiple child objects are available at that time, to display the multiple child objects information, we need multiple related list tags. To display one child record information, we have to use one related list. To display the second child record information, second child object information, we have to use separate related list tag. So that by using each related list tag, we can display only one child object information, not multiple child objects. Because for my account object, we are having so many child objects are there. Contact is one child object. Opportunity is one child object. Case is one child object here. Task is one child object. Event is one child object. History is another child object here. Like multiple child objects are available. So to display one child object records information, we are using one separate related list tag. Okay? Clear? Now, let's make a note of this one. Related list tag. Upon designing the detail page, we can represent the required related lists onto the page by using append related list tag. Okay, related list tag. Each related list tag can represent only one child object, records in the table or format. To represent the multiple child object records, we need to use multiple related list tags. We need to use multiple related list tags. Now the properties. Done? Now, so let's see the properties. Okay. Now the first property. First property is list property. Okay, first property is list property. So list property is used to indicate the related list name. List property is used to indicate the related list name. That means what related list information you want to make it visible. Okay. What related list information you want to make it visible, that we have to decide by using that list tag. Now let's come to that list property here. What are the various information is available when coming to this list tag? Now let's see. Okay. For example, assume that I have an account object. Okay. I have an account object. For this account object, what are the various childs you are aware of? Okay, we are having that so many childs are available. Okay, we are having so many childs are available. First one is contacts. Next one, we are having opportunities. Okay, opportunity object is also one of the child. Contact is also one of the child. Any more team? Case is also one of the child. Okay. Task, that is also one of the child. And then we can have some notes and attachments also. Here we are having activities. Okay, activities will be available. Next we are having notes and attachments. And then we can have account history object, because to see the field tracking history information. You will be having approval test. Like that, here multiple fields are available. These are all the fields are available for my account object. For my account object, these are all the childs. Account history and then approval steps, all these are the related list. Nothing but child objects are available for my account object. So this is one child object. And this is another child object here. Account history. This is another child object. This is another child object. This is another child object. And this is another child object. And this is another child object. So these are the various childs are available for my account object. So now tell me, for one account record, how many contact records you can have? Only one or multiple? Multiple. How many opportunities you can have? Multiple. How many cases? How many activities? Notes and attachments? Like that. That means what? For one parent, we can have multiple childs. Okay. Now, in this case, upon displaying this account record, if we want to see the related contacts information, we have to use that related list name. So what is this related list name? Now let me explain. In order to store the respective contact records, okay, as a related list, we have to use the related list name as contact. Okay. Related list name as contact. This is the list name. Okay, related list name as contact. Why I'm giving this plural word contacts? Multiple. Okay, for one account, multiple contacts should be available. So we have to specify the related list name as contact. For this one, what is the related list name? Opportunities. For this one, for this one, we are having two. Why? Because as part of activities, we are having two related lists are available. Open activities, activity history. Open activities means what? Activity history means what? Activities in the sense of tasks and events. What are the tasks and what are the events that we have planned? Okay, which are not yet completed. Okay, which are not yet completed, which are in pending status, which are not yet started, which are working right now. Those are concerned of open activities. That means what are the activities that we have planned, we are right now working, which are we haven't started, which are not yet completed. Those are concerned of the open activities part. The activities which we have completed, that means which has been done, whose status is completed status. It may be task, it may be events. So now those completed activities information will be available inside the activity history part. That's what here we are having. The two related lists will be available for the activities, open activities and the open activity history. So for these open activities, we are having the open activities. And for this one, activity history. Okay, activity histories. Two related lists will be available. Now, notes and attachments. How many attachments you can have? Multiple. So at that time, for the notes and attachments, we are having the related list name as combined attachments. Okay, we are having the related list name as combined attachments. Okay, combined attachments. Next. The next one. For the account history, you will be having the account histories. Okay, account histories. For the approval steps, we are going to using the related list called as process steps. Process steps. Okay, process steps. These are the related list names that we have to use inside the related list tab. Okay, for the contact, along with that account record, if you want to display the contact record information, we have to display that we have to give that list name as contacts. For this one, opportunities. For this one, cases. Open activities, activity histories, combined attachments, account histories, process steps. Okay. Now, for example, we can raise one more question. So, for example, for my account object, there is a child object is there. Okay, there is a child object is available, which we have mapped association. Okay, which I have mapped that association. For example, I'm having my own custom object. For example, I'm having my own custom object is available. My one custom object branch __. So now here I'm having the relation. This is also child for the account. Can you map this custom object with this account as a child? No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Are you sure?
Yes.
How?
Cannot add a chain.
Okay. Then, what kind of association is possible here? Look up. Master detail?
No.
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 Not possible. Master detail? Master detail not possible.
Not possible.
Why?
Because it is a custom list.
Then in master detail, what you are expecting? Standard object should be. Okay. Do we have the standard object on parent or not? Is it possible? Yes. Now, in this case, we are having the association. So when coming to the account object and the contact, not only mapping the association between this standard, I have my custom object is there with the name branch, okay, branch underscore C, which is a child for my standard object. It may be lookup, master detail, whatever it may be. Lookup is also possible, master detail is possible in both these cases here in this requirement. Now in this case, how can we prepare this related list? For my account object, how my custom object as a child. In this case, how can we prepare this related list? So now here in this case, we have to prepare this related list like this. We have to prepare this related list. Where we have to indicate list name. We have to give the child object name. What is the child object name? Branch. So now how many branch records can be available here as a child? Multiple. So that we have to give branches. Okay, branches underscore R. Okay, we have to give underscore R. What is this underscore R? Sir, you know, you can raise a question, sir, as of now we know underscore C. Underscore C means what? Custom field or custom object. Underscore R means what? Custom relationship. Okay, custom relationship. R means relationship. Underscore R means it's a custom relationship. Okay, so now we have to specify the child object name with the plural format along with the postfixing with underscore R, where this underscore R is representing this is a custom relationship. Okay, clear? So these are the related list names we have to specify. Because these are the related list names we have to specify whenever you are designing the detail page. Okay, along with that specific related list on your detail. Right, inside the custom association. Okay, between this branch and the account object, we have not that association. But the remaining objects on the Salesforce are given the association between that because those are standard association, then directly we can specify the name. If it is a custom association which you have mapped the association, then you can go with that underscore R. Only for related list. Okay. Here, now, in this case here, upon designing the related list, okay, upon placing related list onto the detail page of your record, inside that list property, we have to specify the related list name. What is the related list name? These are the related list names are available. Contacts, opportunities, cases, open activities, activity histories, combined attachments, account histories, process steps, branches underscore R. These are the related list names are available, which we need to specify. Depends upon your requirement, what object related list you want to make it visible, we can decide and we can able to place inside. Okay, clear? This is the first property. Next, second property, rendered property. You know this rendered property. Come to a scenario. Assume that I'm having my account record. For this account, I'm having the related contacts. How many contacts are there here? Two contacts are there. How many opportunities? Four. Three cases are there. For example, for this account, I'm having 20 contacts. What would you do? I'm having 20 contacts. All of the 20 contacts, you want me to make it visible or you want to operate the pagination? Pagination. If you want to operate the pagination, how many records you want to display? It is time. We can specify 3 or 5 or 10, whatever. For that one, to indicate that pagination, we have a property called as page size. Okay, page size of property. Page size of property is used to indicate the integer value, nothing but a number value, in order to indicate how many number of records to be get visible per page. We can specify either 5 or 10 or whatever, depends upon your requirement. You can specify how many number of records you want to make it visible per page. Okay, so these are the properties that are available when coming to that detail page. So the related list tag. Okay, as part of this related list tag, we are having these properties like list property, rendered property, ID property, and the page size property. These are the properties that are available which we can able to use upon designing the related list inside your detail page. Then how to place this related list? Now let me show you practically. Okay. Can we go ahead with the example now? Done with these points. So now let's go to that. I don't want to display all this related list right now. I'm removing all the related list by making it as related list equals to false. So that only the related list information has been removed completely. We don't have any related list. Now I want to display the related list over. What related list you want to display? I want to display the contact related list. So that we can specify related list. Related list, we can specify the properties. Now I would like to indicate the list. Contacts. Okay, contacts. And then the page size. Page size are indicating. Okay. Page size are indicating. So only the contact related list I want to make it visible over. So when you come down, only the contact related list will be getting visible to you over. It depends upon your requirement. So now we have indicated that only that the 5 records has to be get visible, remaining records has to be get visible, okay, with the help of the pagination facility. For example, I want to show that opportunities also. Appends related list. List equals to opportunities. Page size equals to something. Okay, page size equals to something. So now we are displaying the opportunities over here. First 3 will be getting visible. Totally we have 4 are available. First 3 are getting visible. Remaining will be getting visible to you with the help of that pagination facility. Okay. Now, next one. I'm displaying the cases. Appends related list. List equals to cases. Page size equals to I'm indicating 3. I want to display the open activities. Related list equals to open activities. Page size equals to some 5. And then I'm placing the related list. List equals to activity histories. Page size equals to some 4. Okay. Activity history also will be getting visible to you. Cases, open activities, activity history. I'm indicating. Related list equals to I would like to indicate combined attachments. Page size equals to something. Combined attachments means what it will be displaying the notes and attachment related list of you. There is a different name for this one here. Affects related list equals to account histories. Account histories. Account histories in this. Okay. So we'll see this one later. I want to indicate the process steps. In order to represent the approval steps, we are using a related list name called as process steps. So we can see all the related lists. Contacts, we can see opportunities, cases, open activities, activity history, notes and attachments, approval history, all this information we can see by adding the related list dynamically at runtime using the tags called as related list tags. Okay. So to display the multiple related lists, we have to use multiple related list tags inside. By using each related list, we can able to specify only one related list component, not multiple. For each and every component, we can able to have that ID. ID will be the common one. Rendered property is also common. So we can decide dynamically at runtime whether this related list has to get visible or not. That we can decide dynamically at runtime also. That possibilities are. Refresh in the sense to identify that particular tag unity. Suppose at runtime I want to refresh only that particular component. If you want to refresh only that particular related list, then we can able to use that ID property. Yes, for rendering that we are using the ID. Done. Then it is part. Feeling comfortable with the detail page, how to design the detail page and how to use those tags, how to use those properties related list tags and all these things. Next one. The next one is tab panels. So let's see how can we design the tab panels, how to add the tabs inside the tab panels. We'll see practically now. For example, assume that I'm having my system. Inside my system, I'm having some settings are available. I want to change some few of the settings over here. For that one, we can go to that taskbar. Okay. Then click on properties. Okay, right click on that mouse button. You will be getting a menu item. It is called as a context menu or a pop-up menu. You will be having that context menu or a pop-up menu. In this pop-up menu, we are having some items are available. Okay, these are the menu items that we have. I'm using the properties. Once you click on this property symbol, a user interface has been getting visible to you. Okay, form has been visible to you. In this form, there's giving so many settings to be used to apply for your taskbar, for your start menu, for your toolbar. You can apply so many settings. Generally, in order to apply the settings for your taskbar, we need a separate user interface. To apply the settings for your start menu, we are having the different settings. For that one, we need a separate user interface. For the toolbars, we need a different settings. For that one, we need a separate user interface. But instead of having this multiple user interfaces, instead of searching for each and every user interface manually, we can club the multiple user interfaces together with the help of the tab component. Okay, with the help of the tab component, we can able to club that multiple components together. Just so we can use these multiple components together inside this. So instead of using the different user interfaces, instead of placing all these user interfaces in the different places, we can able to club the multiple user interfaces together with the help of the tab component. For that one here, we can able to navigating from one tab to another tab is very easy. This entire component, okay, this entire component from starting to the ending, up to this part. Okay, up to this part, this entire component is called as a tab panel. It is called as a tab panel. Inside this tab panel, we can able to club the multiple user interfaces together. So we can club the multiple user interfaces together with the help of the tab panel. Inside this tab panel, we are having so many tabs are available. Like start bar, this is one separated tab. Start menu, this is a separated tab. Toolbar, this is a separated tab. These are the various tabs are available. Each tab is providing the different user interfaces. This tab is providing a different user interface to perform some different operations. This tab is providing a different user interface to perform some different settings. This tab is providing the different user interface to perform the different operations. That means what? We can able to prepare the multiple user interfaces in the form of the various tabs. All these tabs we can able to group under a component called as tab panel. So that tab panel is a component which is used to place a collection of user interfaces together. Instead of placing this user interface in the different places, if I'm placing these options in the different places, then the user can't identify, user can't search, user can't remember where this option is available. It will be a very lengthy navigation the user has to know. For that reason, whatever the settings are available for my status bar and the toolbar, okay, for the start menu, whatever the settings are required, all the settings we are placing together inside a single form with the help of the tab controls. So like the similar way, when coming to the Salesforce, how can we prepare this tab panel and how can we prepare this tabs inside this? Now tell me, inside a single tab panel, how many tabs we can have? Only one or multiple tabs. Because start bar is one tab, start menu is one other tab, toolbars is another tab. Like that multiple tabs we can able to place. In each and every tab, we can able to place some different user interfaces, depends upon your requirement also. Then how to prepare this tab panel and the tab control? Now let's see. In order to prepare this entire tab panel, we have to use a tab called as tab panel tab. Okay, in order to prepare the completed tab panel control, we are using the tab panel tab. Suppose if you want to add each and every tab inside that, we have to use a tag called as tab. Okay, tab is a separated tab. Apex a tab. By using the tab tag, we can able to prepare a tab inside the tab panel. Like that, multiple tabs also we can able to add inside the tab panel control also. Then how can we include the multiple tabs inside a single tab panel? Now let's see practically what are the various properties are available for the tab control and the tab panel control. Now let's see practically. Okay, now, for example here. Now let's see. Assume that I'm loading this properties window. Whenever I'm loading this properties window, then which tab is visible by default now? Which tab is visible? Taskbar. Okay, taskbar. Taskbar is the tab which has been enabled by default, which is the active tab right now. So like that, I want to specify inside the tab panel control, even though I'm pressing the multiple tabs are also available. From these multiple tabs, which tab should be inactive at a time? That means which tab to be active by default. Whenever the user is loading the tab panel user interface, from the tab panel, which tab to be get selected by default? When you go to my Salesforce instance also, for example, whenever I'm going to my Salesforce instance, whenever I'm loading that page, okay, whenever I'm refreshing this page, click on that setup menu, we can able to see that setup menu options are available. Whenever we are going to switching from one application to another application, by default, one tab has been selected. Which tab has been selected now? Home tab has been selected. That means there is a default tab is available. Like the similar way, how can you specify the active tab by default? Now let's see practically inside this. Okay, understood the concept now? Now let's go with the tab panel control. Okay, now tab panel. Tab panel is a component which is used to combine the multiple user interfaces together. Multiple user interfaces together to perform the certain operations. To perform the certain operations. To perform the certain operations. Inside the tab panel, we can add one or more tab components, which contains the user interfaces to be used to perform the operations. Which contains the various tab components to be used to perform the operations. Done with this? Now, let's see the syntactical part. So what exactly the syntax for this tab panel? What are the various properties are available? Now let's see. Now the property. The first property is active tab. Active tab. The first property is active tab, which is used to specify the name of the tab which you want to make it active, okay, by default. That means which tab to be get selected by default upon loading the page, we can indicate by using active tab property. Second one, ID property. ID property is used to indicate the reference name. Reference name. Third, rendered property. You know these properties are not new. These properties you are aware of.
So what is the difference between tap style and active tab?
Sorry?
Tap style, active tab.
Active tab is different, tab style is different. Tab style means tab style is nothing but what color and what images you want to apply for that particular tab. What fonts, what styles, what size you want to apply, you can indicate. That is nothing but the tab style. Active tab means from those tabs, which tab has to be selected by default. Okay, which tab should be in active status. Which tab has to be open by default. That we can indicate with the help of that active tab. Okay. Tab style means colors, images, styles, we can specify. Okay.
But actually in a way it is open in tap style record page.
By default, it is applying the home page tab style only by default. Because whenever you are switching from one application to another application, from this available tabs on the tab bar, which tab has to be get selected by default, we can indicate. Salesforce is setting the default tab to be get selected as home tab. Like the similar way, we can specify our own tab also by using active tab property from your tab bar. Next, the fourth property, switch type. Fourth property is switch type. Switch type is nothing but either Ajax or client. Okay. We'll see what exactly the switch type property, what is the use, we'll see practically. Okay. So now in this case, how can we use this tab tab? For example, we can specify Apex tab tab by Apex tab tab. Here we can define the tabs. What are the tabs that you want? We can able to add the tabs inside between that tab panel. Because tabs will be get added to the tab panel. So the tab should be always a child component to the tab panel. So as of now, simply we have discussed about the tab, so the tab panel. Inside the tab panel, how to add each and every tab? No, it's for that one we have to use a separate tag called as tab tag. You have to remember so many tags and so many properties. Okay? So if you're doing the practice regularly, then you can able to remember this all these things very easily. Okay.
Sir, can we make cover the whole tap style?
Yes, we can apply by using CSS. We'll see that concept also as part of this visual course. How to prepare our own tab style, how to apply, we'll see practically. Now, tab tag. So what is the use of this tab tag? Now let's see practically in this case. This tag is used to add a tab control to the tab panel, which contains the user interface to be used to perform the actions, which contains the user interface to be used to perform the actions. We can add one or more tabs to a tab panel. We can add one or more tabs to a tab panel. Each tab can have a different user interface. Different user interface to perform the different actions. Each tab can have a different user interface to perform the different actions. Now, the properties. The first property is ID property. We can give the reference name. Second one, title property. We can specify the tab title. That means what title information will be get visible. Third one, name property. Name property is used to give the name for that tab. Based on that name only, we can make it as active. Because inside the tab panel, we are having so many tabs are there. From those tabs, so which tab you want to make it active. At that time, we have to know the name, not the title. For the multiple tabs, we can give the same title, but behind the name will be unique. For that one, we are using that name property. Okay, name equals to we can specify the tab name. Tab unique name. And the fourth property, rendered. Rendered property. For example, we can specify, now here I'm giving the notepad. This tag should be always a child component to one tab panel, right? Okay, tab panel. For example, we can specify the tab panel. I'm indicating the tab title equals to I'm indicating the taskbar name equals to taskbar. Where it's done. Here we can design that user interface. I'm adding one more tab. Title equals to menu bar. Name equals to tab menu bar. Here we can design the user interface. Apex tab. Title equals to start menu. Name equals to start menu. We can place this multiple user interfaces also. So this is the way we can able to use the tab panel control, and then inside the tab panel we can use tab, and then for each and every tab we can specify the title property, name property. We can specify that if you want. We can specify the rendered ID properties also at that time. Based on that rendered property, we can able to indicate which tab has to be get visible at runtime, which tab has to be in disabled status at runtime. We can decide that. Clear? How to use this one? Now. So tomorrow we'll see a practical example on this tab panel control, and then along with that we'll see some more components of the course.